Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Okay, salam Ramadan. Semoga kita diberkati di 10 hari terakhir ini ya. So let's give a few moments the rest to come in and then we will start officially and then thank you for your patience. Okay, baiklah. Mari kita beri masa sebentar ya untuk semua masuk ke room webinar. Terima kasih menunggu. Sementara tunggu yang lain, kita boleh chat dulu kat sini. Kenalkan diri dulu dari company mana and position. Okay, hai semua. Waalaikumsalam. Waalaikumsalam Cik Rizal. Yang lain yang dah ada boleh kenalkan diri dulu dan dari company mana. Semua sihat ke? Dah bersahur ke pagi ni? Ada yang tak bersahur ke? Alright, we see a lot of people already enter the room. Shall we start now? Siapa yang nak mulakan boleh tekan 1. Siapa rasa macam kita dah boleh start, boleh tekan nombor 1. So nanti kita akan start lah. So kalau macam dah ramai yang dah ready, kita akan start. Boleh tekan nombor 1. Okay, dah ada seorang yang dah ready. Yang lain dah ready ke? Okay, so semua nampaknya macam dah ready. Mari kita mulakan lah. Okay, Puan Liza, kita mulakan boleh?
Boleh. Teruskan ini.
Okay, saya teruskan ya. Okay, first of all, welcome to Island Asia Webinar Series 2020 and thank you for joining us today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amy Manor and I will be your host for today. And seperti yang semua sedia maklum, disebabkan COVID-19, semua kita didedahkan dengan new normal ya. New normal sekarang ya, pergi kerja apa semua dengan bersyarat. So sekarang pun kalau kita duduk kat rumah, kita ada virtual class training. Oleh itu, Ilearning juga yang traditional training platform ialah face to face training. Okay, yang mana kalau pernah join dengan Ilearning memang kita akan ada sesi kelas face to face lah. So but now we into the virtual class learning. We hope you enjoy all our webinar free session. So if you have a difficult to hearing us or seeing blank screen, please click reconnect button at the center page. Ada nampak tak reconnect button tu? Yang dekat atas tu. Dia warna merah, dekat bahagian atas slide tu dia ada warna merah and then kat situ dia ada button untuk reconnect. Okay, kalau macam ada blank screen ke tiba-tiba stuck ke boleh reconnect yang tu je. Okay, now I would like to do something briefing for you. The briefing is this, the webinar session is 40 to 60 minutes. Okay, 2 minute opening, 5 minute opening, 40 minute training session and 50 minute Q&A session. And then guideline, we have a guideline kat sini. Okay, to check, simply type your message and hit send. Your message will appear in the chat box. For question, please type your question then change from the chat mode to Q&A mode. So kalau anda tekan daripada question tu, dia akan jadi macam merah. Okay, boleh cuba ke try tekan chat mode tu untuk question, so dia akan jadi macam merah. So yang tu kita macam highlight lah, untuk highlight kita akan tahu itu adalah question. And hit the send button. Jika anda nak bercakap dengan trainer, boleh request to speak button. Masing-masing ada nampak tak speak button yang macam lambai tapak tangan tu yang dekat bahagian atas tu? Okay. Okay, so kalau kita teruskan lagi ya. Okay, about us. For today, we will discuss about an learning topic and change leadership through smart political savvy from our best trainer, Puan Haliza Abdul Hamid. Hi Puan Haliza, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, and then our profile, professional training and consultant service supporting those who develop the knowledge and to provide industry relevant skill training for the manufacturing and service sector employees. Okay, so sekarang untuk slide ini adalah background Puan Haliza, PSMD certified trainer chemical engineering from the Lama University Texas. So Mitsui High Tech and Best Employee in 1992 and 1994. Okay, setakat ni ada apa-apa soalan ke sebelum kita mulakan? Sebelum saya serahkan kepada Puan Haliza. Okay, saya anggarkan tak ada apa-apa soalan, so saya serahkan kepada Puan Haliza untuk teruskan kita punya sesi pada pagi ni.
Okay, Amy. Okay, good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much for joining the webinar online. Hari ni kita punya topik enhancing leadership through smart political savvy. Jadi kita nak belajar berpolitik hari ni. Not too much about that ya. So a little bit introduction about myself. I have been a consultant and trainer for the past 12 years agaknya, freelance ya, on a freelance basis. And before that, I was training manager dengan Drivers. Drivers now is known as Vinda, yang buat produk Drivers, Libres dan sebagainya. And a few careers before that lah. So if you see my profile, you tengok I punya anugerah tu tahun 90-an. So I started work in 1990. So that's how senior I am compared to the rest of you. And in doing consulting and training, my core area is people development as well as soft skill. So the reason why I developed this particular content called enhancing leadership through smart political savvy is this. A lot of time I see that people see politics as dirty, maknanya kan, in workplace, of which is not the right way of looking at it. In fact, political savvy is one of the leadership competency mentioned in the book that I use for competency dictionary, Lominger for your improvement punya book tu. Jadi dalam leadership competency framework, political savvy is one of them. And as I was reading through dia punya description about political savvy ni, I realized one thing, that the fact is politics in the office exists. Scale dia je, whether it is small or big. And kita punya involvement, whether it is small or big. And our own experience going through it. And if you want to be skilled in political savvy competency, it really helps in propelling your career in at work. Jadi this is what I wanted to share with you. So let's begin. But before that, let me remind you that in this particular session, we have a quiz of which would allow you to assess yourself where you are in political savvy punya level. So I hope all of you all have pen and pencil with you. If you don't have, maybe you can go and grab one right now while I open the slide to share the screen with you. Yeah, kalau tak ada pen dengan pencil, go and grab one right now. Baik, I'm going to start sharing the slides.
Okay, saya minta undur diri dulu daripada skrin ni.
Okay, we shall begin. Enhancing leadership through smart political savvy. As a leader, political savvy is not about being political. And then there is one quote down there. Just because you do not take an interest in politics doesn't mean politics won't take an interest in you. Sama ada kita suka ke tak suka, minat ke tak minat, the moment that you are at work, people interact. So politics ni, what it is actually is people interaction, how people deal with each other. Itulah politics. Jadi the fact of the matter is this. Kalau kita nak tahu how do we want to play the positive role in office politics, we will look into these 4 areas. Number 1, how savvy are you when it comes to office politics? On this part, I have prepared a questionnaire that you all will have to answer in a while. Number 2, in developing your office politics savviness, there are 4 dimensions of political skill that we have to develop. So I will explain to you what those 4 dimensions are. And there are 4 strategies in mastering the office politics and how you develop all the 4 dimensions. And number 4 is how do you develop networking skill, of which is the core in the office politics punya skill. So how savvy are you when it comes to office politics? Number 1, we want to understand why office politics exists. 3 points that I would like to share with you. Point number 1, organizations are complex mazes of egos, constituencies, issues, and rivalries. In many companies, you can see that some people are more ego than the other. We know that rules exist. We know that exceptions also exist in every rule that we put in organization. We know that all organizations going through issues. Rivalries, apa tu rivalries? Rivalries are actually macam competition tau. Even between department, kita nak compete to be the best. Even between individuals, we want to compete to succeed some key position. So all these are reality in organizations. Organizations are people with strong egos and empire-driven individual. Ada orang-orang yang macam tu, yang dia ada strong ego dan dia sangat aggressive in terms of wanting to achieve what he wants to achieve. So everyone builds his or her own sandbox and defends it from attack and influence from outsiders. Sebenarnya, in organizations, as we work, we are actually working in our own sandbox and kita try to protect. We know that these are the things that we have to do, these are the things that we have to achieve, and while doing it, there are always issues that we go through, and sometimes with people. There are many traps and dead ends in organizations, more ways to turn wrong than right. People who are political savvy accept this as the human conditions and they deal with it. This is not to be confused with being political, which is a polite term for not being trusted. Tapi this is not. Political savvy is for the fact how are we going to deal with situations. Itu maksudnya, deal with situation when it comes to people interaction. Okay. So we are going to look at the political savvy quiz right now. Everyone has pen and paper with you, and I want you to answer this in such a way that, for example, if I display question number 1, you just put 1 and then your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meaning to say, for each of the statement that I'm going to show you, you are going to put a scale on it, a number for each of the question. Yeah. So for example, if I were to show you one question and you strongly agree with that, you memang macam tu, then you put 7 lah. If you are neutral, nak kata agree pun tak, disagree pun tak, itu tak 4. If you, I agree with that slightly, tak 5. So there are this scale of 1 to 7 that you have to use in answering each of the statement. And on top of each slide nanti, this particular 1 to 7 scale will also appear. Any questions so far everyone before we begin? Ada soalan tak? Amy, minta tolong tengokkan kat chat.
Okay, boleh nanti saya tengokkan. So far tak ada soalan.
Alright. Okay, I will show you the first slide. This is question 1 to question 3. Question number 1. I spend a lot of time and effort at work networking with others. When we say that we spend a lot of time and effort at work networking with others, does not mean that kita tak buat kerja pula, asyik networking aja. That's not what it means. What it means is kita tahu kita ada break time, betul tak? Macam lunch for example. If you look at yourself, are you the type of person who utilize breaks like this, like lunch, like meeting, ataupun time at the pantry to consciously network with other people, get to know people better, interact with others? Are you that type of person? And question number 1 ni, for people who are extrovert, dia naturally more of that lah. People who are introvert, sometimes they are less conscious in doing that. They don't quite like to spend a lot of time networking. So have you everyone answered? Semua orang dah, you just have to answer on your paper, tak payah letak dekat chat. Everyone okay?
Encik Ahmad Zawi tak boleh tengok slide.
Oops.
Cuba Encik Ahmad, cuba tekan reconnect. Ada dekat atas tu yang ada button yang warna merah tu dekat.
Yang lain boleh nampak slide tak? What about the rest of you all? Please let us know.
Okay, siapa yang dapat nampak slide sekarang, Pak Haliza ada buka question 1 to 3. So kalau yang nampak boleh tekan 1, yang tak nampak boleh tekan 2. Okay, Encik Ahmad dah dapat nampak.
Dah nampak dah? Okay, the rest of you all? Tak ada yang tak nampak ya, Amy?
Tak ada. Sekarang semua dah okay dah.
Alright, okay. Question number 2. I am able to make most people feel comfortable and at ease around me. Are you the type of person when you enter a room or when you join a group, everybody feel so comfortable? Or if you are around somewhere, people wants to join your group, that kind of thing. So this is number 2. Number 3, I am able to communicate easily and effectively with others. This is your communication skill lah. And for you to be able to know this, normally it is a feedback from other people. So whether we communicate effectively or not, it is not us to say that we are doing it effectively. It is the other people who receive our communication who would give us feedback that we are effective in our communication. So please answer all the 3 questions. And when you are done, maybe just type 1 at the chat and we know that you are done. Okay, can I move on, Amy?
Boleh teruskan, Pak Haliza?
Alright. This is question number 4 to number 6. Question number 4. It is easy for me to develop good rapport with most people. Now, for you to answer this question, just imagine that a new manager comes in or a new colleague comes in and the person is not from your department. Is it easy for you to develop rapport with the new people? Or if you have to interact with the new supplier or the new vendor or the new consultant that you have to work with, is it easy for you to develop good rapport? This is the question for number 4. Question number 5. I understand people very well. So meaning to say, do you have this problem of misunderstanding? You thought the person is like that, but he is not. And if you have experienced that, then you may be in a position where you struggle to understand people. For some of us, understanding people, they can understand people very well in a sense that dia boleh baca the non-verbal cues. If that would have been the case, then you are probably very good in understanding other people. Question number 6. I am good at building relationship with influential people at work. Siapa tu influential people at work? Ada dua. Number one are people who have the position. We are talking about the senior management team at our place. However, senior management team ni sometimes dia ada orang kanan. Orang kanan tu does not mean dia punya dia punya what do you call it? Dia punya direct report, but among the direct reports ada yang very strong relationship with him yang boleh convince dia. These are the influential people at work. These are the people of which bosses dengar dia cakap. These are the people where dia punya voice ada weight. Now, the question is, are you good at building relationship with these people? That is the question of number 6. Everybody okay with 4, 5, 6? Can I move on?
Okay, boleh teruskan.
Okay. Now we are into question 7, 8 and 9. Question number 7. I am particularly good at sensing the motivations and hidden agenda of others. When people come to you and ask for you something or communicate with you or request something from you, can you sense the reason why the person asking you? Or if the person has hidden agenda. Apa maksudnya hidden agenda? Udang sebalik mi kan? If you are the person who could sense that, you are very good at this. Okay, this is number 7. Question number 8. When communicating with others, I try to be genuine in what I say and do. When we say genuine, maknanya orang yang sincere tau. Satu, and also orang yang walk the talk. If you are the type of person who whatever you say, you sendiri pun memang buat. So this is what it means by question number 8. Number 9. I have developed a large network of colleagues and associates at work who I can call on for support when I really need them. Kadang-kadang at work, you need to do something or you need to get a task done. And for you to request, the person is not directly reporting to you. The person could possibly be from the other department. Sometimes, because of your good network with the person, you can get it done faster. So this is the statement. Have you developed a large network of colleagues of which for you to do certain tasks, you just have to make a call and the colleague has built such a respect and trust on you that the person would agree to fulfill your request, basically like that. Okay, so that is number 9. Question number 10 to 12. Is everybody okay? Am I too fast? Boleh move on ke?
Okay, so far tak ada apa-apa dekat chat ni. So should be okay.
For those of you who don't get to do a complete quiz, not to worry, because nanti after the webinar you will get a hard copy of the slide and then you can try it again yourself, not a problem. But for now, I want you to understand each of the question because all the questions later would derive into the 4 political skills that we want to develop. Question number 10. At work, I know a lot of important people and am well connected. Meaning to say, important people in the organization are people who make decisions. These are the senior management, and also people who actually drive a lot of important initiative in your organization. Question number 11. I spend a lot of time at work developing connection with others. Question number 12. I am good at getting people to like me. So if 10, 11 and 12 the statement that you have to give your scoring to 1 to 7. Everybody okay? I am moving on to 13 to 15. Question number 13. It is important that people believe I am sincere in what I say and do. It is important that people believe I am sincere in what I say or do. For certain people, dia orang macam ni. Dia buat aja. Orang nak suka ke tak suka ke, orang punya hal, like that. But statement number 13 is saying that it is important for you that people whom you talk to believe that you are sincere in what you say or do. Question number 14. I try to show a genuine interest in other people. Apa maksud dia? Meaning to say that when you interact with others, you are the type of person who wants to show yang you berminat dengan orang tu. That you have a genuine interest. You suka dengan apa orang tu cakap, you suka dengan cara dia dan sebagainya. So you show a genuine interest. This is 14. Number 15, I am good at using my connection and network to make things happen at work. This is almost similar to the one before, of which whenever you have a task to be done, sometimes you do not know how to do it, you need more information. It is easy for you to go and get to people who knows how to do it and get these particular things done. So that is 13, 14 and 15. And the last slide on this quiz statement, number 16, I have good intuition. Apa dia intuition? Intuition ni is actually gerak hati tau. Gerak hati you have a very good gerak hati and I'm savvy about how to present myself to others. Dan juga you have a special skill lah. Savvy ni maknanya a special skill whereby you know how to present yourself to others depending on the audience that you are facing. If you are facing the senior management, you tahu how to adapt to the situation. If you are facing youngsters, you know how to adapt to the situation. If you are facing a group from commercial, which is different from a group from technical, you know how to adapt yourself. So you have a good intuition about the people that you are interacting with, gerak hati you kuat, and you know how to adapt yourself interacting with them. Itu yang nombor 16. Number 17, I always seem to instinctively know the right things to say or do to influence others. Influencing skill, kebolehan untuk mempengaruhi orang lain. This is statement number 17. If you are the type of person who have that instinct, macam gerak hati on what to say and what to do to influence other people. Itu anugerah lah. That is a very good skill to have if you want to develop political savviness. And last one, number 18, I pay close attention to people's facial expression. Jadi memek muka ni, do you pay close attention to? Sebab itu adalah non-verbal cues, which is very important. Some people can smile, but you know that they are not happy, kan? Jadi these are the things that we want to know. So for some people, they don't pay close attention to other people's facial expression. If you are the type of person who pay close attention to other people's facial expression, then you can score yourself higher. Alright? So these are the 18 questions, and how do you actually rate yourself? This is how you do it. You add up all your score, totalkan dia, jumlahkan dia. Bila you dah jumlahkan, you have to divide by 18. Bahagi 18. Sebab kita ada 18 soalan tadi. So when you divide by 18, you get your average score. So can all of you do that and then put in the average score dekat chat sana so that I know that you are done. So your average score should be between 1 and 7. Amy minta tolong tengok kalau dah ada average score tu, maybe can share. Tak payah mention nama, just share the score.
Okay, kami menunggu skor anda.
If they want me to kalau siapa-siapa nak want me to share the slides again for certain questions yang terlepas, do let me know.
Okay, macam mana semua? Atau nak teruskan? Okay, 5.
What a 5. That's good. Anything else?
Okay, ada yang jawab 4.
Okay, not so bad. Ada yang 6 or 7?
So far, semua macam 5, and then 5, ada 4.
Alright.
Ada 5.
Okay. Tak ada point bulat-bulat semua dia punya number. Alright, thank you very much everyone. Higher score means you have a political skill. Lower score means you have less lah. So you should be above 4, possibly well above 4 if you have aspiration to reach goal heights of power. Jadi maknanya kalau you want to be okay with this political savviness, your score should be minimum 4. So, but to me, I would like to see 5 or 6. Yang itu yang will be a stronger scoring for this particular quiz. Yeah. All right, so now let's move on. Actually, in all the 18 questions, we are exploring the 4 dimensions of political skill. Dimension number 1 is called social astuteness. So, social astuteness ni is question number 5, 7, 16, 17 and 18. Kejap lagi kita akan tunjukkan lagi sekali in another slide. The second one is interpersonal influence, your ability to influence and convince others. Dimension number 3 is apparent sincerity, how sincere you appear to other people. Okay, and the last dimension is networking ability, and I'm saying that this is one of the most important thing, networking ability. It helps a lot in our, kalau dia kata political savvy, how do we leverage political savvy, how do we play positive politics at the office through networking ability. So this is the one thing that I will be sharing with you in a while in terms of how to do that. So these are the question study that you can look at again. Normally in a normal training setting, what I would ask participants to do is to look at the score for each dimension. Jadi nanti on your own, nanti later when you get the slide, you can do on your own. For social astuteness, for example, where do you stand? Are you, which of these 4 you are the highest, which of these 4 you are the lowest? And then by looking at that, you look at the question again and you try to understand where do you fall short. And by understanding that, you can analyze what can be done to improve in your overall political savviness competency. So the next one is interpersonal influence, followed by apparent sincerity, and the last one is networking ability. All right, I will move on to the 4 dimension tadi. So in this particular slide, what I am trying to do here is I try to explain to you what it means. The first one is social astuteness. Social astuteness is the ability to read and anticipate situation. Allows you to prepare, adapt and tailor your behavior based on the people and conditions around you. One thing that I would like to mention to you is that for you to be able to really be good at this, I suggest that you keep a daily journal. What I mean by that is that bukan you nak tulis setiap benda yang you buat from morning until midnight. Tidak. The daily journal of which you want to capture what are the situations that you go through, important things that happens that day, and how do you react and how do you feel about it. And by understanding that, then you can study yourself. What should you be doing better? And what was good that you have done? What could have been done better? So social astuteness is your ability to read and anticipate situations. Some of us are very good at anticipating. Oh, lepas ni dia mesti jadi macam ni. I am sure MCO mesti masa ni lifted and so on. Some people are good with that, but some people are not. But some people are good sebab dia agak aje. What we want to be able to understand is that people who are good with it because dia ada data, because they ada experience. So this is social astuteness. Number 2 is interpersonal influence. Interpersonal influence has occurred whenever the actions of one or more individual influence the behavior or belief of one or more other individuals. Meaning to say, if you can influence one person or if you can influence a group, so you have a very good interpersonal influence skill. But to be able to influence others, you have to first develop 2 things. Number 1, develop the respect. Number 2, develop the trust. And to be able to do these 2 things, you have to develop your own personal effectiveness. Number 3, apparent sincerity. Involve being transparent, honest and sincere with others. Kan pernah dengar kan, sekali membohong sampai bila-bila orang tak percaya. So sometimes it is all the time very important to be honest. Tetapi being in certain situation at work, there are certain things you cannot disclose because of, for example, if you are in HR, mana boleh disclose gaji orang. If you are in HR, you tak boleh disclose health information of other people. It's against the law, and it's against the ethics of work. When that has to happen, you have to say you cannot disclose. Kita tak kata that you have to be honest in everything, in every way. Kita kata that you have to be honest in a way that you jangan sampai menipu maklumat yang salah. This is what we are saying. Okay, and then the last one is networking ability. Networking involves building and maintaining contacts and relationships with other people. Political savvy has identified connector, mentor. Now, what we are trying to say is this. Bila kita nak network, you just bukan berkawan macam tu je. Sebenarnya, in networking ability, there are roles of people in your life. In your life, you want to network with people who can become your connector. Apa maksud connector? Orang ni boleh connect you with other people. So that is connector. People who can become your mentor. You want to actually learn something from them. Information advisor yang boleh advise you certain information, people who are very senior in the organisation. And then after the energy contact, apa tu energy contact? There are times that you feel very down and demotivated. You want to contact someone who can actually lift your energy and spirit after that. And also savvy advisor. You are in a political situation, you do not know how to act, and there is someone who can advise you on this. So this is the role of network or the network people that you should have, especially at work. Okay. Now, here are the tips to build the 4 dimension. For social astuteness, number 1 is develop ability to read non-verbal cues. Maknanya you have to pay close attention to non-verbal cues. Daripada mimik muka, daripada tone suara, and all this. When you have the ability to read non-verbal cues, you can develop social astuteness. And also assess other non-verbal signals as you communicate with other people. It is very good to see this, especially in meeting and presentation. You can learn how to actually identify the non-verbal cues. Dimension number 2 on interpersonal influence, understand the different personality profiling. You yourself, have you ever done personality profiling? Do you know you yourself? DISC is a good one. HBDI is thinking profile. DISC is whereby you can actually do whether you are more dominant, influence, stable, and compliance. This 4 dimension. HBDI is thinking style. HBDI determines your red, whether you are red, whether you are green, blue, and also yellow. So understand about this personality profiling, try to do some self-assessment, and try to assess other people who you work closely with. So by doing so, you can understand individual preferences and personality dimension, and then you can leverage on that when you want to influence others. Number 3, on apparent sincerity, you have to get feedback from others on your transparency. Yang ini you can't see, you can't tell whether people perceive you as sincere or not. So this has to come from the feedback. And the last one on networking ability. Networking here involves building and maintaining contacts with all this, and therefore you have to identify yourself. Who are the people whom you want to be, for example, energy contact, whom you want to be your connector, whom you want to be your mentor, and so on. So you have to have this list for yourself to be able to be more savvy in political setting of your office. Okay. So here we have 4 strategies in mastering office politics. I would like to share with you general on the 4 strategies. Strategy number 1. Before I move on, Amy, do you see any questions in chat? Ada apa-apa soalan?
So far tak ada apa-apa soalan. Okay. Siapa yang ada soalan boleh terus tanya dekat chat ni. Saya akan monitor dekat sini. Okay, so far boleh teruskan Puan Aliza.
Okay, strategy number 1, if you want to enhance your political savviness, number 1, demonstrate high value, high quality work daily. How do you demonstrate high value and high quality work? You have to give more. So meaning to say, you when boss asks for A, you get A plus. When boss asks for B, you give B plus. So meaning to say you ensure that your deliverables of your work is good. So you have to demonstrate your high value and high quality of work. So when people see that you are reliable, so respect and trust will develop towards you. Strategy number two, you become the expert at your job. Whatever job that you do, not only you can deliver, but you know more than what your scope is. So you become the expert. You become someone whom people go to. So meaning to say what you have to do even right now. Say for example, you are already in this position for 10 years. There are still things you can learn. You want to learn and you want to develop more knowledge and more experience in this particular area of your job. Strategy number three, engage in important conflicts and avoid the petty ones. So you have to know which conflicts has to be the professional conflicts and how to avoid those petty conflicts. Yeah. Strategy number four, stay away from the talkers. Now, ada orang suka bercakap aja and sometimes you feel that it is so petty you tak nak layan. But with people who are like this, you have to still be friendly and courteous. Tapi tidak melayan sampai they consume up a lot of your time. Okay. So strategy number one in demonstrating high value, high quality work daily. Here I have 2 points. Number one is high quality work attract trust and give more autonomy. Apa dia autonomy? Autonomy ni maknanya control. When you can do a lot of high quality work, many times boss macam lepas dekat you. You have all the control and you have all the independence in completing the work. Okay, so you attract trust if you are able to do that. Number two, setting yourself apart and having your own brand and standard. So you become someone who is seen as, yeah, inilah orang dia akan buat this particular work. So you develop that self branding and self standard there. Strategy number two, become the expert at your job. Specialize in the area that is so crucial to the business. This particular strategy of becoming the expert at your job will give you the immunity of office drama because you are the expert kan. Jadi people tak play drama along with you lah because in that particular area of your work, and you become the one who people go to for advice, you know, on the area of that particular scope of work that you do. So strive to get more knowledge, strive to demonstrate your expertise in the area that you are working on right now. Strategy number three, engage in important conflicts and avoid the petty one. When we talk about professional conflicts, these are the things that we are saying. Instances where there are disagreement between you and your boss, co-worker on how certain processes are being run. For example, inefficient, costing company time, hinders you from doing your job effectively. This one here are professional conflicts. When you have to deal with professional conflicts, one advice that I would give is know your line. Know when you have to give in. Kadang-kadang boss has the final say, betul. But at the same time, if you have opinion, be respectful in expressing your opinion. And whenever you have a problem, do not just come with a problem to the boss, but come with alternative solutions. And once you come with alternative solution, it is much easier to deal with conflicts that we have at the moment and reach mutual agreement. Strategy number four, stay away from the talkers but be friendly and courteous. Always be friendly and courteous to whatever nasty personality or intention that people have on you. And avoid getting involved in gossiping lah. A lot of times, sometimes people gossip their boss. All the time they come to you and you know that is not very good. You have to be able to tell people to express yourself saying that you are not comfortable with this. Number one. Number two, some people like to bully others at work when it comes to work. Jadi dia suka lambat-lambat kerja tu dekat orang lain. So one individual will become very loaded with work to do. Now, you cannot allow yourself being bullied as well. So what I am trying to say is you have to be respectful and yet firm on areas that you know is not fair for you. So do not bully others and do not allow being bullied when it comes to this particular strategy. All right. Now, this is my last section on this webinar, Developing Networking Skills. Networking is essential to your career. The importance of saying no man is an island. Why do we have to be savvy, political savvy in the office? Because we have to work with others. When we have to work with others, we cannot run away from interacting and dealing with others. And people in organizations have different rank, and people have in organization have different interests. So and motivation and intention and so on. So it is important that we have to work with others. No man is an island. So the importance of the saying no man is an island has been proved to be the reason why many of us need to make a collective effort in the bid to achieve professional success. For many individuals that have succeeded in their career, the causes have largely been contributed to the strong networking channels they have created over time. 85% of the job in the US lah, they orang buat survey kan, is actually not coming from the job advertisement. 85% of the job is fulfilled by network. So this is how important network is actually. But the question of who you network with and their relevance to your career matters more. This way, you don't have to network with everyone. Rather, first study how you can contribute to their success in addition to how you stand to benefit from the network from them. So I want you to realize that networking is important, tapi bukan networking saja-saja je. You network with people who are important to help you build yourself, grow yourself and grow your career.
Sekejap Puan Haliza.
Yeah.
Cik Ahmad ada tanya ni, question 8 dan 9.
Okey, dia tak nampak ya? Question 8 dengan 9. Okay. Ya, apa soalannya? Dia tak nampak ke ataupun dia nak tanya soalan tu? What is, you have question on that?
Mungkin Cik Ahmad bagi tahu ni sebab dia dah ketinggalan.
Okay.
Sebab dia baru bagi point ni 5.8 ni yang tadi kita dah buat tu.
Okay.
Okay, tak apa, boleh teruskan.
Tak apa, tapi Encik Ahmad, what will happen is after this webinar, I will email to iLearning the slide, and iLearning will share the slide with you, and then you all can repeat the same quiz again on your own, buat perlahan, and then after that you can study yourself where do you actually score overall and also on the 4 political dimension punya skill ya. Alright. If everybody okay, then I would like to show you a video. And in this video, it will give you some, In this video, it will give you some tips on how to network at work. What I want you to do is I want you to jot down 3 important points you learn from this video. And those 3 important points too, short aja lah. You don't have to write a very long sentence about that 3 important points that you learn from the video. I want you to type them at the chat box. So as I show the video, I would like to also see the 3 important points that you learn from this video. Yeah. So I will stop sharing the slide. I will go to the video. I will play the video now. Before that, can everybody please mute your microphone, including Amy and myself.
Expanding your network. You are surrounded right now by unlimited opportunities disguised as insurmountable problems. Brian Tracy. Have you ever heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know? Networking is ultra important in today's business world. In order to succeed, you must rely on others. The right people can always help you. We live in a society, and as a member of that society, it's likely that every change in your life is strongly influenced by other people in some way. The courses you take in school that shape your career are often the instigation of a friend or counselor. The books you read, the tapes you listen to, and the seminars you attend are almost invariably the result of a suggestion from someone you respect. The occupation you select, the job you take, and the key steps in your career are largely determined by the people you meet and talk to at those critical decision points in your life. In fact, at every crossroad in your life, there's usually someone standing there pointing you in one direction or another. According to the law of probabilities, the greater number of people you network with who can help you at any given time, the more likely it is that you will know the right person at the right time and in the right place to give you the help you need to move ahead more rapidly in your life. The more people you know, the more doors of opportunity will be open to you and the more sound advice you will get in making the important decisions that shape your life. When you develop a positive reference group, you begin to become a member of the in crowd at your level of business. The starting point in the process is to develop a deliberate and systematic approach to networking throughout your career. People like to do business with people they know. They like to socialize and interact with people with whom they are familiar with, and they like to recommend people that they trust. Fully 85% of the best jobs in America are filled as a result of a third-party recommendation. The best networkers are never unemployed for very long. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they begin networking is scattering their time and energy indiscriminately and spending their time with people who can be of no help at all. Even if they attend organization meetings, they often end up associating with people who are neither particularly ambitious or well-connected. When you network, you must be perfectly selfish. You want to become all you can over the course of your career. You want to rise as far as you can. Any success you could ever desire will require the active involvement and help of lots of other people. Your job is to focus your energies and attention on meeting the people who can help you, and the only way you can do this is by staying away from the people who cannot help you at all. When you network, your aim is to meet people who are going places in their lives. You want to meet people who are ahead of you in their careers and their organizations. You want to meet people you can look up to with pride. You want to meet people who can be friends, guides, and mentors. You want to think ahead and meet people who can help you move into your ideal future more readily. For this reason, you must sort people into categories: helpful versus non-helpful, ambitious versus non-ambitious, going somewhere versus going nowhere. Remember, your choice of a reference group in your networking will determine the success of the process. You begin your networking process at your place of work. Look around and identify the top people in your organization. Make these people your role models and pattern yourself after them. One of the best ways to start networking is to go to someone you admire and ask for his or her advice. Don't be a pest. Don't tie up several hours of their time. Initially, you should ask only for a few minutes, and you should have 2 or 3 specific questions. When you talk to a successful person, ask questions like, what do you think the most important quality or attribute that has contributed to your success? And what one piece of advice would you give someone like me who wants to be as successful as you someday? You could also ask, can you recommend a particular book or training program that would help me move along rapidly in my career? There is a law of incremental commitment in networking. It says that people become committed to helping you or associating with you little by little over time. In some cases, the chemistry won't be right, and the person with whom you want to network with will really not be interested in networking with you. Don't take this personally. People get into or out of networking for 1,000 reasons. However, if there's good chemistry, if you like the person and the person likes you, be patient and bide your time. Don't rush or hurry, just let the networking relationship unfold without over-eagerness on your part. If you try to go too fast, you might scare people away. Whenever you do something nice or helpful for others, they feel a sense of obligation. They feel like they owe you one. They have a deep subconscious need to pay you back until they no longer feel obligated to you. The more things you do for people without expectation of return, the more they feel obligated to help you when the time comes. We have moved from an age of go-getter to the age of go-giver. A go-giver is a person who practices the law of sowing and reaping. He or she is always looking for opportunities to sow, knowing that reaping is not the result of chance. You will find that successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? Whatever your job or occupation, There are trade and industry associations, business associations, and service clubs that you can join. Excellent networkers are among the best known and most respected people in the community. To reach that status, they followed a simple formula. They carefully identified the clubs and associations whose members they can help and support, and who can help and support them in return. And then they joined and participated. You are determined to make your mark, and you do this by jumping wholeheartedly into voluntary activities that move the association ahead. And the key people will be watching and evaluating you. The more favorable attention you attract, the more people will be willing to help you when you need them. Networking fulfills one of your deepest subconscious needs, getting to know people and being known by them. It fulfills your need for social interaction and for the establishing of friendly relationships. It broadens your perspective and opens doors of opportunity for you. It increases the number of people who know and respect you. It makes you feel more in control of your career. And it can be one of the most exciting and fulfilling experiences of your life. Now we'd love to hear from you. So our question today is, what are you going to do to expand your network? Leave a comment below and we'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and as Brian says, if you want to change your future, take action and take action now.
If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching.
Wah, Liza, tak dengar suara.
Okay, sorry. I unmute, lepas tu I lupa nak unmute balik. Alright, I ask you to watch the video and try to extract 3 main points. When I ask you to extract 3 main points, I do not expect you to type a long sentence. You can type something like this. For example, I hear recommendations, right? So I type here recommendations. I want to see what other words do you hear from the video about networking that you think can be, that really inspire you to do more of networking. So can at least one person type one thing that you hear from the video? Amy, what do you hear from the video, Amy? Type satu. Anyone there?
Sorry, I punya internet dia lag sikit sekejap tadi.
Oh, dia lag ke? Okay.
Okay, sekarang I tengok dekat chat, semua tak ada apa-apa soalan lagi. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan untuk ditanya dan ada yang tahu being known by click.
Right people, right time for right place. Betul.
Find people who will help us.
Exactly. Dengar tak dia kata tadi? Good networkers never being unemployed too long. People, this is COVID-19 punya era, of which we are not sure whether we would still stay in the job right now or not. If it happens that we have to leave, and you do not have the right network, how are you going to find a job? So now we have to think about this consciously. Political savvy, networking ability, you cannot run away from it. You have to develop that in yourself and consciously do it. Okay, thank you very much for the 3 of you who responded on that main points. And I am done with my slides. If you do have any questions, do type it in or contact me later. As I told you that you will be receiving the slides from iLearning later on. So I will pass this, if there is no questions, I will pass this back to Amy.
Hello, Puan Haliza, sekejap. Ada orang yang tanya dekat YouTube, because kita live in YouTube also. Okay. So the question is from Hafiza Zubair. Dia cakap opportunity for having a lot of networking. Yeah. and then right people, right place, and right time. Yeah. Also
Very
in the same thing.
Tiga respon lah daripada 3
Yeah,
minutes.
respond. Yeah.
Very good, very good. I'm happy to hear that. Jadi
Yeah.
kan, do you all realize, I hope at the end of this particular session, what I want to open your mind with is the fact that political savviness bukan bermaksud political to negative. Politics exist in the office. How do you leverage on them, and how do they help you in actually growing yourself, growing your career? And then we can do it consciously, because it really helps just not us but everyone, and we can help others as well. Tadi kan dengar tak dia kata, kita jangan jadi kita jangan jadi orang yang nak sahaja, what's in it for me all the time, but we are also some people who are giving. So jadi orang yang go giver. So this is what they are mentioning in that particular slide just now. Okay, Dani nak mention pasal book review tu sekarang ke? Amy, do we want to mention about that right now?
Okay, untuk yang book review yang mana tu?
Okay, for those of you, just to share with you lah, webinar on different topics organized by Idenic. InsyaAllah, in the coming future, in a couple of weeks time, insyaAllah, what we plan to do is to have a webinar session on book review. And what will happen here is that I am going to pick a famous book. Probably the first session will be on How to Find Your Why. Start with Why lah, by Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is a very famous leadership consultant lah, that gives a lot of talk as well as writing a lot of books. So I'm planning to do a book review of his famous book, which is Start with Why, and we are going to do about 1 hour webinar, free webinar on this book review, and it is planned to be a continuous session. So we also invite you to suggest books that you would like me to do a review on, and we will be sharing about that particular book and the learnings from the book and how we can benefits from the idea of the writer in the books. So just to share with you, so keep alert. Stay tuned with iLearning and get this information from them, insyaAllah. So when you have the time, you can join their session for this particular book review. Okay, back to you, Amy.
Okay, terima kasih Puan Haliza. Okay, sekarang saya nak tunjuk sikit ada a few promo daripada iLearning Asia. Okay, untuk course ni siapa yang berminat boleh tengok kita ada one day training, ada workshop 1, workshop 2 and workshop 3 kat sini. Sekejap ya, saya nak share screen. Maafkan saya. Okay. Okay, semua nampak ke? Okay, so far kat sini semua nampak?
Nampak.
Okay. Untuk course ni, siapa yang macam untuk nak take kelas, kita ada one day training. Untuk tu kita ada aktiviti lah, workshop 1, workshop 2, workshop 3. So lebih lagi engagement kita akan peroleh daripada kat sini lah. Dan trainer yang sama, trainer hebat kita, Puan Haliza kami. And then untuk digital classroom, educating leadership through smart political savvy, kita akan ada pada date 20 Mei 2020, 9.30 start hingga 12.30. So any macam kalau nak tanya apa-apa untuk ni, boleh emailkan kepada kami dekat register@ilearning.com ataupun boleh go through dengan our sales consultant untuk lebih lanjut lagi. Okay, so kat sini saya nak tunjuk juga untuk kalender yang akan berlangsung dan yang telah pun kita buat. Kita ada main session hari tu kita buat botai, negotiation skill, forecast dan Microsoft Word, semua tu kita ada buat. And then for the next, kita akan ada lagi dan boleh hubungi kami melalui sales consultant kami. And the last, kalau dah tak ada apa, mungkin kita boleh macam
kejap ya, minta maaf semua. Kita ada sorry.
Ya, ada apa tadi tu?
Okay. Mana besar kan? Besar kan?
Okay, kita ada admin kat sini untuk ada explanation sikit.
Yeah, okay. Sorry semua ya, minta maaf sedikit kekacauan. Saya just nak bagi tahu for today now we having a promotion. Okay, original price is 699 per pack. So we having a current promotion for this class. Okay, 499 per pack. Untuk this one, this is 1 day training. And then if you register 3 pack, get 4 seat for 99 ringgit. Okay, so if you're interested, just let us know. So that's about it. Okay, I pass back to Amy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you Pondani. Okay, so kalau tak ada apa, kalau ada sebarang soalan boleh lagi terus tanya kami sebab kami masih ada WhatsApp group. Kalau tak sempat tanya dekat sini, kita boleh join dekat WhatsApp group kami. Minta admin untuk post link WhatsApp group, ataupun kalau yang belum ada dalam WhatsApp group boleh bagi tahu dan kami akan masukkan dekat situ. So apa-apa slide nanti pun kami akan share juga dekat WhatsApp group tu, dan minta untuk follow our social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube and Twitter. Okay, so alright, thank you so much Puan Haliza and to
Amy, thank you everyone for being
thank you
online.
for attend this webinar class for 1 hour. 1 hour 1 hour lebih juga lah. Okay, we really appreciate and we need you till next time. Okay, bye bye. Jangan lupa follow our social media.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum semua. Waalaikumsalam Pak Haliza. Okay, bye bye semua.